Hello dear Scorpio and welcome to this week's reading with me. If you're new to my channel, I suggest you please do subscribe so that you're notified every time I release a new video. So let's get started, dear Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising for your general readings. So how is this week's energy? Wow, you are working, my dear Scorpio. You're working on something. You have been burdened by something lately. There have been some uncertainties, pain that you went through, but now you're working on yourself. This is an energy of working on yourself, getting out of confusions that have been created lately. I see certain kind of confusions for certain Scorpios that they have been facing lately, and now is the time that they are taking to cut off those illusions, cut off those confusions out of their life. They want to see what is the truth. Okay, this is what I am seeing, because I see that there has been a lot of confusion over here for you, a lot of uncertainties, my dear Scorpios, and some kind of painful moments also the Scorpios have gone through. And now Scorpios are saying that okay, fine, now I have gone through this and now I am waiting here and now I am going to attack the problem and I am going to cut it off. And that is a wonderful time, my dear Scorpios, in order to chop off what is not required in your life, in order to chop off all that negativity that is surrounding you in any way. All right, so here comes the decision making time, my dear Scorpios. Even at work, I'm seeing that you'll be working hard and you will be reaping the harvest of what you had sowed few years ago, few months ago. Now is your reaping time, my dear Scorpios, that is going to start. And I am seeing the Scorpios are going to be having a lot of lovely celebrations, I see, for some Scorpios. And I see also that there will be lots of invitations for you, my dear Scorpios. It's going to be socially busy a week for Scorpios. This is what I'm seeing. There can be some celebrations, there can be some new opportunities professionally that can come up. I'm also seeing that there can be some proposals, because I am seeing there is this lovely moon energy, yeah, that is making you long for someone, that is making you attracted to someone, my dear Scorpios. What's happening? Yes, you'll tell me, okay? So, yes, there is some longing for someone. Your heart is going through the phases of the moon at this point of time, my dear Scorpios. This is what I'm seeing. For some of the Scorpios, I see that there is a high chance that you fall in love with someone. Single Scorpios, mostly who are emotionally available, there is a high chance that you will fall in love with someone this week. There is a very deep attraction with someone. This is what I'm seeing over here. However, I see that there can be some kind of blockages, okay? Most probably the other person might not be emotionally available. So you need to check on all those instead of just pining for someone and finding yourself in the state of longing, okay, or pining like a pineapple. Bad joke, yes, I know. Yes, and I am seeing something is that there is a healing process now. You are coming out of a bad phase, my dear Scorpio, and now there is a healing process. You are having the good star upon you. Now let the healing begin. You have gone through what you had to go through. You've gone through all these confusions in decision making, to the point for some of them I see depressions, I see mental conflicts, I see agitation and some kind of trauma. I see for certain Scorpios that they have gone through, and not a very good time that you went through. But now I'm seeing over here is that the healing is going to begin. There is some feminine energy also, I see, that can be guiding you, visibly or invisible, kind of guidance that you can get. This is what I'm seeing. You might meet a feminine energy also, who can be like a star, who can be your guiding star or your shining star, or even a celebrity, I would say. Some kind of this kind of energy is seen, but there is a guidance coming from your good star. This is what I'm seeing from something from above, or someone will be sent, a feminine energy will be sent to guide you on your path. This is what I'm seeing over here, my dear Scorpios. And as I said, there are a lot of invitation, a lot of opportunities, and this is to make you financially and emotionally strong and stable. This is what I'm seeing. However, one caution is that be careful with people who are envious of your happiness and want to harm you. Okay, so in these meetings with people, you might fall on on some people who will not show their true colors, but they are envious of your happiness. So you have to be careful, my dear Scorpios. And what do you have to do? You have to just remove them. You have to just remove them from your vicinity, I would say, because what can the best things that we can get is by cleaning. When you're not fine, you have to clean. Like when you feel down, you have to just start cleaning your room or your cupboard or your books, arrange them. Or the people around you who are causing the pain. Of course, if you're in a family, you can speak to them and settle the things. But otherwise, if those people are outside your house, they are not related directly to you inside your house, then it is easier to clean such people out of your life. Because the more you keep them, the more bazaar they will put into your life, more mess they will put into your life, my dear Scorpios. Okay, and as I said, the moon's energy is on you, so you're going to be pretty emotional. I'm seeing there is a lot of emotion this week. It's going to be an emotional week. It's going to be, wow, yes, of course, because the sun is also going to enter into your sign. So happy birthday, dear Scorpios, who will be falling, at the end of this week, who are getting into their sun phase. So enjoy that time, my dear Scorpios, yes. And otherwise, I can almost tell you is that as I see this moon's energy, that means your emotions can be a bit tricky at this point of time. So just be careful regarding your emotions. Don't get carried away into those emotions. And also I see there is a very high possibility of meeting a very motherly kind of a feminine energy, or a guidance from a motherly feminine energy. This is what I'm seeing. I also see a lot of creativity and imagination in the Scorpios. There's lots of energy of creativity at this point of time. This is what I'm seeing also. So all in all, I see that it's a wonderful, wonderful week wherein a transformation is taking place, cutting off from wrong people and negative people, and getting out of confusions. There will be times when your emotions will, be all over the place. So this is why I said be sharp, okay? For some of the Scorpios, just be careful. I would like to tell you is that regarding some sharp objects, okay, just be careful. For some of you, you might have to go for a small intervention. Maybe sometimes you can have some small little injuries, so you go to the hospital to get for the bandage or some kind of things like that. For some of you, it can be visiting the dentist for your overall checkup and little bit of things to be done on your teeth. Yes, this is what I'm seeing. Wow, I don't like that. I don't like that example at all. It's so painful. Yes, so and I would like to say take care with sharp objects, okay? Don't carry sharp objects, or so you might hurt yourself. And when you're cooking, or my dear Scorpio ladies, even men, of course, that when you're handling the knife or the scissors or whatever, just be very, very careful, okay, my dear Scorpios? Because as I see, the emotions are everywhere here, and there is this kind of, the energy a bit, the moon kind of energy is upon you, even if you're entering into your sun now sign, but here there is a bit of a moon kind of energy, so it can make you a bit dreamy also, or a bit lose track of the present, okay? It can make you a little Piscean inside of you, a bit dreamy, imagining, so just be careful about that. All right, but all in all, I see a wonderful energy of the star is upon you, so that is very important. because there is someone up there who is guiding you, and who will send someone down here to guide you if you are a bit too blur. Okay, so you are going to get that, my dear Scorpio. And the word that comes to me, my dear Scorpio, when I see all this, is I see somebody blindfolded. So blinded, okay, this is the word that comes. Blinded in the sense you need to be careful. Once again, see the emotional energies coming. So you need to be careful about what you are speaking and to who you are speaking. Okay, you need to be careful with your emotions, my dear Scorpio. Be very careful regarding your emotions. Don't because I almost see that you might fall in love with someone. For some of the Scorpios, I'm seeing that there is a lot of like falling in love energy is very high in this week. Okay, and I see a mutual attraction can take place, my dear Scorpio, with someone. And that can be like, like fire, passion, this kind of thing. So I would like to tell you is that get the cooling energy of the moon in that situation. All right, because what happens is that something that starts with fire can end up in ashes. Okay, so just keep that sentence in your mind. And when you are, because there is this word blinded, means also be a very neutral judge to yourself. Like when you see, the justice card, like she holds the balance in her hands and her eyes are closed. It's not that she's blind justice. No, it's not that. Like we say in Hindi, andha kanun, we say, yeah, the blind justice, but it's not so. It means that just like the Saturn god, like, the planet Saturn is, it's blind to whatever, he's blind in the sense he doesn't want to see who you are, where do you come from, what is your status, nothing doing, but is just, means for me everyone is equal. I have put a blindfold upon my eyes and I see everyone equal. There is no one greater, there is no one smaller, you all are equal. So this kind of blindfold I see also. That means what, my dear Scorpio, is that if you have to judge a particular situation or a person in your life, you have to put this blindfold, especially when it comes to emotional relationships in your family or whatever, okay? Or in a love relationship or in a professional relationship also. If you have to judge someone, put that blindfold. You don't see the person, you don't know the name, you don't know anything about them. You just know what this person has done, and accordingly you judge. In the sense, be neutral. This is my suggestion to you, my dear Scorpios, because I see that blindfold, and the blindfold also on the other, if you see the darker side of the blindfold, is also dealing with the dark things that have not been yet visible. Okay, so there is something dark inside of you that needs to be released at this point of time. Let it go. Okay, it is time to just surrender this to the wonderful light world. Okay, so let this darkness, whatever the dark points, the dark, we all have a dark side to ourselves. It can be in a form of anger, it can be a form of over emotions or materialism or ego or being rude at times. So whatever is the dark thing that inside of you, you have to be your neutral judge and be blind. Okay, be blind at that time to whatever your emotions are telling you, but just go to your higher states and just receive that. Like, what do I need to correct in myself? What have I been blinded to all these days? What I was not ready to look at, because many a times there is a dark spot, like when you're driving also, there is always a blind side which you don't see, and this is where the accidents takes place. Yeah, so this is what we will have to see in this week, my dear Scorpios. Whatever we were not ready to look at for very long, if we have to see it, we have to be neutral towards this, because when we judge, we cannot evolve. But when we become neutral and when we are ready to accept, okay, fine, this is what I have to change in myself, and we are our best judges. Okay, when we become neutral to us, But otherwise, we are our worst judges because then we are like, wow, we are perfect. Everybody else is bad, but we are perfect. Yeah. So we need to be our own good neutral judge. And this is what is going to get the wonderful, liberation, I would say. So this blindedness is also, this is the word that is coming to my mind, being blind to something. So it can be also that you are so much in love with someone that you don't see the real face. That's maybe somebody is cheating on you, maybe somebody is not right for you, is toxic for you, and yet you are hanging on to a toxic relationship, on a toxic person. That's not for you, my dear Scorpio. Or even if you are wanting too much of power or too much of money or whatever, for examples I'm just giving you. So you need to now be your own neutral judge, be blind to whatever those other mental things are coming and disturbing you, and just now liberate whatever was your blind side, okay, whatever was the dark side. All right, my dear Scorpios. So on that, I would like to say thank you very much for listening. Enjoy, my dear Scorpios, for those who have their birthdays at this point of time. And I wish you lots of love, joy, success, abundance, and transformation. A beautiful, beautiful transformation, because you know what? Transformation is all about becoming that wonderful, beautiful, light-hearted, joyous butterfly after that caterpillar phase. Yeah. All right, my dear Scorpios. Thank you for listening. Please do like, share, and comment. And I shall see you next week. Until then, take good care of yourself. Bye-bye. God bless. Bye.